Will you please stand for a moment of silent meditation and remain standing as we honor our nation in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance? And now join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're fortunate to live in a country that affords us many freedoms. Freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and many other freedoms. Freedom is something which Americans take great pride. We have these freedoms because of military veterans serving our country to protect these freedoms. Tomorrow is Veterans Day, and we will honor many veterans within our community at an assembly today. Here are several veterans on our FHS staff that we would like to thank for their services. I'm here with Professor Reyes, who is a military veteran. And Professor Reyes, what military branch did you serve in, and what did you do?
Well, I served in the United States Army, and then I was attached with the Air Force and the Navy for some years. As a military officer in the United States Army, I went in as a second lieutenant in tactical communications. And then I went into aviation, so I was a pilot for the military. And then for the Air Force, I did the same thing, flew with them and also with the Navy.
Cool. Thank you for your service. I'm here with Mr. Forbes, who's also a military veteran. And Mr. Forbes, what branch did you serve in, and what did you do?
I was Navy, did anti-submarine warfare. Basically, that was tracking Soviet submarines, flew off of an aircraft carrier, John F. Kennedy, in the S-3 Viking.
Wow. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Miss Kane, our librarian, who is also a United States military veteran. And Miss Kane, what branch did you serve, and what did you do?
I was in the U.S. Army Reserve, and I was actually a clerk typist. And so when I went to drill on the weekends or went to summer camp, I would use my typing and even shorthand skills at the time and assist in that way.
That's awesome. Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
And now we're here with Miss Daniels, who's also a United States military veteran. Miss Daniels, what branch did you serve, and what did you do?
I was in the United States Army Reserves for 15 years.
Wow, what did you do?
And I was what was called back in the day a 71 Lehman, but later changed to an administrative assistant, which means that we maintained the records for our soldiers, not only in our unit, but any soldiers who were deployed overseas or within the United States at the time. But you can see how important it is to have those records accurate so that if something were to happen to a soldier, we would know exactly where they were, what they needed to do, and any information that we needed to provide for the families in the event of a death or any type of emergency.
Wow, well, thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
I'm with Coach Gold now, who's also a United States military veteran. And Coach Gold, what branch did you serve, and what did you do?
I was in the United States Marine Corps. I was a infantry rifleman, machine gunner, and martial arts instructor. As a rifleman, I just started out, or as a machine gunner, I started out at the bottom, worked my way up to squad leader, where you are responsible for taking Marines out on raids and kind of going door to door. You were responsible for setting up roadblocks. But all that had to do with while we were over in Iraq. So
Wow.
When you're stateside, it's a little bit different.
Well, thank you for your service.
It was my pleasure.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Ms. Shedso, also a U.S. military veteran. Ms. Shedso, what military branch did you serve, and what did you do?
I was in the United States Navy, and I was in the Ceremonial Honor Guard, and I did electronics.
Cool, what does that mean? Like, what would you do?
The Ceremonial Honor Guard was in Washington, D.C., and that's the elite. Everyone's generally over 6 feet tall, and they do all the ceremonies at the White House. So that was pretty cool. And electronics, I just ended up fixing equipment. Not my favorite.
Wow, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
All right, now I'm here with Dr. Massey, another U.S. military veteran. Now, Dr. Massey, what branch did you serve, and what did you do?
As a 14-year-old, I served with the Army. I served with Navy and Marine Corps.
Wow, and what did you do while you were in the service?
There were many different jobs. Year before last, I had a young man from the art department that showed the picture of a Marine saying in the cemetery, some gave some gave all. I'm one of those that gave some, and I gave it for my country. Hopefully, we recognize that those of us who served were in the millions. I was one of the lucky ones. I made it. I wasn't supposed to, but I did. Would I do it all over again? Probably the same way. I volunteered to go back in Kuwait, but they looked at my birth certificate and said, we appreciate your willingness to go, but no. At 89, going on 39. I mean, 83 going on 39. What am I talking about?
Awesome. Well, thank you for your service, Dr.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right, everyone. Now I'm here with Mr. Higgins, one of our principals, who is currently serving in the military. Now, Mr. Higgins, what branch do you serve, and what do you do?
Serve in the United States Navy. I'm a logistics specialist that we basically run warehouses and send items to the forefront.
Oh, and how long have you been serving?
15 years, and I've been deployed to Kuwait, Afghanistan, and Cuba.
Wow. Thank you for your service.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Now I'm here with Sgt Howard, who's in charge of ROTC and is also a United States military veteran. Now, Sgt Howard, what branch did you serve, and what did you do?
I served in the Air Force for 23 years. I started out as a policeman for 18 and a half years, and I finished as a first sergeant for the last 5 years.
Oh, that's awesome. What did you do in the Air Force?
Well, as a law enforcement officer, we did basic law enforcement on the base to protect people, and then protecting the airplanes and ammo resources like that. And as a first sergeant, my job was taking care of people. Whatever issues they might have, good, bad, I was there for 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. I'm here with Colonel Douglas now, who is also a United States military veteran. Now, what branch did you serve, and what did you do?
I served in the United States Air Force for 30 years. I started my career as a ground transportation officer, and I moved to air transportation, and from air transportation to communication. Also, before I retired, I worked with Air Force National Security Emergency Preparedness. In that particular role, I was the individual mobilization augmentee. While I was not in uniform, I was working with the Department of Homeland Security as a supervisory special agent and then an assistant special agent in charge of Homeland Security, where we worked a myriad of things to include investigations of drugs and weapons and human trafficking and you name it. Gosh, over 400 laws we enforced with Homeland Security. So I was doing that as well as working for the Air Force. And I retired from that job on 30 September so I can come and work here at Foley High School.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you for your service.
You're absolutely, my pleasure, my pleasure.
These veterans are the reasons we have plenty of the freedoms we do have today. And if you see any of these veterans in the hallways, feel free to thank them for their service. Happy Veterans Day, everyone.